Hey everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood Lost Canuck, live and in person out in the BBQ Barn. In today's video, this will be my first video with PK grills. That's right, I did something a little crazy, didn't ask permission, I'm in trouble. I went out and bought myself a PK360 grill. It's a charcoal grill, so now I have the full spectrum of every kind of grill going. And it's an affordable grill. Not quite as affordable as my Oklahoma Joe's, but more affordable than the pellet grills that I have. So that's what this, I'm gonna unbox this thing, assemble it, and do a burn-in. So, if you like PK grills or you're a PK grills fan and you've never assembled a PK360, stay tuned. It's gonna get interesting. And well, I guess I don't need my cooking hat on. No cooking in this part of the video, and we'll just put it on top of the Dodge and get going. So roll that intro. Okay, well, as you can see, it comes in two boxes. Well, the 360 does. So that's box one, and that's box two. So, using logic, let's open up box one. And I don't know anything about this thing, so you're gonna have to bear with me as I go through the steps. So this little box in this capsule is strapped in. Not anymore. Yep, these be the instructions. So what do you get? Got a little sticker. It's kind of cool. It's telling me to register my PK360, which I will do. And this is the owner's handbook and instructions. Let's start with the assembly instructions. Let's get all the stuff out of here. Open boxes, step one. Well, that's what we're on. Okay. Okay. So this, I'm assuming, is the top. Yes, it is. Okay, so here's the top. I'll just put this out of camera's view. Put it down here. Use that for the trash. There's a post. This looks familiar. Looks like the charcoal grate. Yep. It's supposed to be 304 stainless steel. We'll find out quickly. All right. Let's see what they say here in the instructions. I haven't even opened box two up yet. A lot of packaging material. Oops. Well, I think I know what these are. These things are the intake tubes. So these are important. Don't want to come out of there. It also helps to have a nice sharp knife, which I don't have. Okay, this that I just pulled out is the main cooking grate. The reason I can tell that is it's got this foldable piece on it. So that was box one. Wants me to put the feet in first. Okay, well, let's do that. Box two. Well, look at that. A box in a box. Kind of a waste of packaging, if you ask me. Well, I'll have plenty of cardboard to cut down later. That is for sure. Now, this must be these are the shelves. Shelves, yeah. And this is the stand. Okay, what's in here? What surprises do we have? Well, this looks like the stand. The wheels are already on it. It gives you a little bag of the hardware. So what am I supposed to do? Mount cuff into the stand. Okay. Turn it upside down and tighten all the nuts and bolts on. Okay, well, I can do that. Okay, so it's showing the wheels like this. And that guy goes here. This little tab goes into your base here, although just by looking at it, I don't know if it really matters or not. Maybe it does. Okay, so that's in. Oh yeah, it does matter. So that little tab, there's a slot in here that it fits in. Now it's just telling me to tighten this up. Here's one bolt. We'll do cross pattern. Oop. And if you drop your tools, that's okay. One bolt across from each other tight, or tighter, and we'll do a circle pattern. Basically, this is just like a taper lock coupling. So it's locking the base into the post. So after you got them bolts across tightened, you want to do go around clockwise. That's tight. Okay, so they're pretty much hand tight. Flip this back over. There we go. Okay, so we got that step done. Now what's it want me to do? Mount the bottom cast to the control tower tube. Okay, that looks pretty simple. I can do that too. So this is the bottom cast. And I'm gonna guess this is the front because there's the back hinge. Hopefully, folks, you can see this. Yeah, and the lost Canuck isn't doing dumb things. There. I guess that's how it goes. So, there's the bottom cast. With the control tower quick release knob off, place the bottom cast. Well, we've done that. Now it wants me to take the knob and tighten it up. That's what the knob looks like. This, not this, this. Okay. Sorry my back's to it. Ah, I had it backwards. The old Lost Canuck would have screwed that up. I guess you got to spin it so that it goes down into the tab. Okay, so now the knob should go in pretty easy. So there's our quick release knob. Tight. All right. Oh, there's pro tips in here. Well, we'll read that later. I'm not a pro. Assemble the bottom cast components as shown. So there should be 2 hooks, 2 of these. So there's 1, 2 of these, 2 hooks. Oh yeah. Well, they aren't lying about that. I'll just put the temperature gauge over here so it doesn't get all screwed up. I'm guessing like that, yeah. Oh, I got that backwards too. It's been a backwards kind of day. So this is a handle. Okay. Makes sense now. So where did I put that? Don't lose these little bolts here or you'll be screwed. And what do I need? Phillips. So you definitely need a Phillips screwdriver. I gotta go get one. All right, I'm back with a Phillips screwdriver. The little countersunk heads go in from this side. I am threaded in there. It's probably a little boring, so after I get these handles put in, you can pick up the video if you want. Just putting these screws in for the handle. And always try and do a cross pattern, tightening up your nuts. Deez nuts. Don't fail me now, screwdriver. Yeah. You're gonna have that happen every once in a while. Drop your threaded fasteners. Oh, and it said specifically these hooks should be facing out. Okay. So now it wants me to put in the air inlet tubes. There should be a couple of nuts that came with that. Maybe they're in. Oh, there they are. They're in the tube already. So don't freak out if you can't find them, because they were already screwed in. Which makes me wonder why they just couldn't put this in at the factory if they had time to screw the things in. Okay, so I'm taking this and I shoved this air inlet tube in, and then I'm reattaching this so that it doesn't pop out. And that's just finger tight. Do the same thing here. Take this off. Makes it so you can't pull the intake tube out. Plus this thumb screw is your stop. So, fully open, fully closed, fully open. So, closed, open, okay. So it wants me to put the top lid on. We're getting really close here, folks, on being complete. Like, this is, of all the grills I've assembled, this is probably the most minimal, easiest one. Oh, I gotta do the side shelves too. Forgot about that. So this goes on here, like that. So we got the top on. It's not scratched or anything, looks good. It wants me to put this handle on, and the temperature gauge. Now the only thing that was a little funky is my temperature gauge. Looks like I got dinged here a little bit, but maybe the gauge covers that. Let's take a look. Maybe I can modify it with my Chef's Temp S1. Yeah, this looks a little smaller diameter probe, but let's take a look. Yeah, that's how it goes in. So this, yeah, it sort of covers the ding. I'll turn it around to the bottom so you can't really see it. So let's put our gauge on. It's a little PK, oh, it's a Tell-True. It's a really good one. I'm going to check the diameter of these air inlet vents. It might be something really easy to mod with my Chef's Temp stuff. But let's get this finished first and then burnt in, and then we'll dream about how we want to use this. Okay, so there's the grill. I'm just putting the handle on. All right, so here's the handle. I just got interrupted a second ago by people coming in the old barbecue barn. But you take this handle, and it looks like there's some plugs here that you put on. Now the only thing I'm disappointed in is there's a lot of glue that I'm going to have to use some degreaser or something to take this off the handle. That's just cleaning, I guess, or probably use some of that goof off stuff. Take the junk off there, okay. Basically, here's your handle. Here's these little things with the screws in them. Those go in from the top to fill the hole in. Looks like they're directional. Yeah, don't drop them like I do. There's a right and a left, just so you know. Okay, don't make the same mistake as me. There's a right and a left. Yeah, well, look at that. Okay, lost Canuck learned something. So I'm going to put this on this side so I know it's that side. I'm going to put this on this side. So take the screws out of here. And there's little lock washers on here. Probably want to do this over this so you don't dump the lock washer in the bottom of your grill. Because, you know, my luck, if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. That's a Gen X thing. I don't know if you guys, younger guys, would understand that one. Hey, but what's old is new again. So maybe, at least I got one in. One's in loosely. Now, if you see me take off my glasses, that means I can't see nothing. Now I know this isn't built in the US, but the finishes actually don't look terrible on here. And again, I know my back is to you guys, but it's the only way I can do this. I'm screwing the other side of the handle in, if you can't see. See if it works. Oh yeah, that's solid. Now I'm guessing it wants me to put the shelves on. Yes, 2 shelves. Well, you can't fault them on packing, that's for sure. Now this better not be a box inside of a box again. Little knobs that came with it. So this is a side shelf, and it's made out of some sort of high density polyethylene maybe? I don't know. Looks like it. I'm guessing the towel bar goes on the front. So, you're supposed to get 6 of these black knobs. And I'm guessing, without even looking at the instructions, which is dangerous, yep, go in here. Just like that. So the knobs stay in, and you just loosen them and slide it out. You probably want to have them tight, so this doesn't fall down on you, or especially this side. This is the side you usually pick up. You're going to wheel it around like this. And I've already got some wheel mods in mind. PK, if you're listening to this or watching this, these wheels for wheeling it in and out of your garage or whatever, they kind of suck, okay? Just saying. And I'm going to go online and get some different wheels, and where the little posts are, I'm going to put casters on there too. So that's number 1 first mod, but we'll get this burnt in first, then we'll start thinking about mods. But PK, come on, you're spending that much money on a grill, put some decent wheels on it. This is ridiculous. Now that we're slightly smarter, screw these in first and slide it on like it was intended. Like that. Ah, way easier. You're putting this thing together, screw the little knobs in a little ways first and then just slide it on. Makes your life a heck of a lot easier. What's the last step here? I think it's the ash plug, the ash caps, yep. Like that. Okay, much less confused. This is just your flip grate, so you can get to your charcoal down here. You can dump your charcoal in and do 2-zone cooking, although I think every video I've ever seen, don't ask me why, they're charcoaling on this side, and you can do it any way you want. Okay, oh, guess I should put the ash plug. Gotta watch the way you say that, it's an ash plug. And no, don't leave me any comments. Thank you very much. Last little bit. So here's the plug that goes in the bottom for your ash collecting. Right here, yeah. Just fits in like that. So when you want to clean it out, you just brush all your ash in a pail down there. And these are the air intake covers, so your things don't get filled up with ash. And you probably want to have them so the PK faces up and you can read it. Okay, so here's your charcoal grate. Now these are supposed to be 304 stainless steel. That's something I know a lot about in the food processing and engineering field. Not quite as good as 316, but you know what? I'm not going to be using this on the ocean, so should be fine. All right. Voila! There it is. One assembled PK360 grill. Let's get on to part 2. We're going to load her up with some charcoal briquettes, fire it up, burn it off. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to just take some Dawn dish detergent and water and kind of wipe some of the oils off on the inside here. And then if that doesn't get everything, the burn off will. So this is about as clean as your grill is ever going to be. Okay, for right now. Enjoy the beautiful look of it before you get the inside black, because it's going to turn black. All right, so on to step 2, cleaning and seasoning. All right, well, we're back outside the barbecue barn. I've wiped the inside off on the inside with some Dawn dish washer. Now I'm just going to do a quick spray with my barbecue grill cleaner and degreaser by Parker & Bailey. I like this stuff. You can use whatever or just stick with the Dawn detergent. It's up to you. Just to get any of the residual oil that their plant overseas may, see, it's more coming off, may have accidentally gotten on the interior. And like I say, when we burn, this will all burn off, all the oils and everything that was used to make this. So I'm not too worried about it. And I think I said seasoning in the last segment. You don't have to, oops, there's the ash plug. You don't have to, you don't really have to season this. This is aluminum. It's very thick aluminum. Apparently it holds heat really well. But aluminum doesn't oxidize like carbon steel does, okay? So you don't really have to season this with Pam, or you can if you want. Go ahead. It's not going to make much of a difference. And these are stainless steel, 304 stainless steel grates. They absolutely don't need any seasoning if you don't want to, especially the charcoal grate. Although maybe I'll spray some Pam on there. I don't know. This top grate, I'm going to spray some Pam on, just so that there's no sticking of my food. There. All right, so it's wiped off, dried. Dry it off a bit. And there's really no moving parts in this thing. The only moving part are these top vents. You can see here. And hopefully they got the screw in there nice and tight. You know, maybe I'll just leave them. That's the only thing that could fall into your grill. But if it does, pick it up, screw it back in. All right, well, let's go get a charcoal chimney lit and throw some charcoal in and season this up. Sorry, burn this in. No seasoning required, unless you want to. All right, well, I'm back. Well, I got some Jealous Devil Max briquettes in this chimney. Loaded it up. Got a little one of these bomb starters. Let's get the starter lit. I really like using these things. They work well, the little starters. And they're by Jealous Devil too. Okay, just get your charcoal chimney on top of that. So we're going to get this lit up, dump it in, and burn it in. Get all the oils on the inside burnt off, and then we'll be ready to cook. We'll try a sample cook here in a little bit. See you as soon as the charcoal's ready to dump in, and I'll close it up and adjust the vents and get going. Lost Canuck out. Okay, well, we're back. The charcoal's lit. I'm going to dump it in and we're going to do our burn off. Let's see how, that's not so bad. Let's dump the chimney in here. Okay, flip this down. Okay, now we have the charcoal in and it's hot. Let's close the lid and open the vents up on full. Yep, they're all fully open. I'm going to wipe the charcoal dust off my shelf and we'll let it burn in. And we're already starting to see the temperature go up. So let's get this burnt in for, I don't know, 45 minutes or so. It should burn all the chemicals and junk off in there, and then we'll set it back down to, I'm going to make some brats here in a little bit. Because, hey, we're in Wisconsin. Got to make the state dish of bratwurst. So throw some brats on here, bring it down to about, I don't know, 275, 300 in there. Maybe 275. We'll smoke them a little bit and then put them on the charcoal to finish it off. So let this thing sit and burn off. I can already smell some of the chemicals come out of it. So we're doing its job. We'll see you when it's burnt off and time to throw the brats on. All right, well, we're back. We've been running the PK for about an hour at about 400 degrees. Yep, I got both the bottom vents open, and actually that one I had closed, I guess. Yeah, so I had all the charcoal on this side. This bottom vent was open. I got this open about half, so the air's coming in and heating up inside and coming out. And yeah, it's been rock solid here at about 400 for about an hour. That's probably burnt off pretty much any of the chemicals that were used in manufacturing. Now, here's my safety warning, okay? If you have kids or large pets, the outside of this aluminum conducts heat very well, okay? So the outside here is about 310 degrees, all right? Front here, 286. Even this side here, 266. And that's on the outside of the capsule. Now on the inside, it's 400. Now even at the vents, that's 360, 314. So look, aluminum has a better thermal conductivity than steel. So it'll retain the heat inside a lot more, which is a good thing. But it also, re-radiates that heat. So like on a steel grill, you're able to sometimes put your hand on it just for a second. This one, I wouldn't recommend it. You're going to burn yourself. This is over 300 degrees. So if you have small children, just be careful. Let them know this is hot. Now, these shelves kind of keep you away, but you could put your hands down here pretty easily, etc. So just keep that in mind. And there's my dog giving a great example on what not to do. All right, so now that we're done the burn in, I'm going to cook some brats. So I'm going to throw some lump charcoal in there. I'm going to do the offset method, and I'm going to dial her back a little bit. So let's open this up. Let's put some of this rockwood lump charcoal in there. I'm going to get a different glove. Hang on, I don't need my high temp gloves for this. And you're probably saying, hey, Lost Canuck, don't be a wuss, you don't need gloves. You know you're right. But, as I've explained to some other people on the channel, I think I have a bit of OCD, maybe sensory stuff, so I just like to put gloves on every once in a while. Now, lump charcoal is more flavorful than briquettes, and this will burn hotter. And I've ordered a special charcoal basket from the burn shop. It's on its way here, so we're going to try that out next. But I'm just going to throw some of this rockwood, throw some of these little chunks that I got left over from the rockwood in there. And then adjust everything so we can get our temperatures dialed in, so we can put my brats on and smoke them a little bit before we put them over the charcoal. So I'm going to turn the intake down a little bit. That's open. So that's open and open. Let's see what we get for temperatures. When we do that, I'll dial it in for right in there, 275 or so, and let it smoke. All right. Well, we'll see you when we get the temperature set and the brats on the grill. See you in a minute. I'm going to have the cooking hat on. See you in a minute. All right, we're back at the PK360, and well, I got everything burnt off. I had her up around 400 for almost an hour. I put some pecan chunks in there. I put a little drip pan in there. Let's do a test cook. And since we're in Wisconsin, let's throw some brats on. I also threw a couple of pecan chunks in there. You can see the smoke coming out of here pretty nicely. Even smells great. Let's put some brats on. I got some cheddar head and some black and blue from my local butcher shop. cruising right around 250. I dialed her down. This thing's pretty easy to dial in. We're just kind of running it in offset mode right now, so we'll throw a little smoke on these things. Then we'll crank her up and finish them. Okay, so we just threw the brats on. We're gonna let them smoke here for, I don't know, half an hour, 20 minutes. Throw them in the smoke, just get a little bit of smoky flavor on them. And then I'm gonna open the vents up, bring her up high, and we'll sear them off and bring them in the house. I'll see you when it's time to pull them off and show you what they look like, and we'll bring them in the house. Talk to you in a minute. Hey, we're back at the PK. I've been smoking the brats low and slow at about 240, 230 for a while. Got really good color on them now. I cranked the temperature up. Now we're at about 350, so I'm going to move them over to the coals and just brown them up a little bit each side. Got a nice good smoky flavor. I'm just going to put them over the coals, then bring them in and eat them. All right, well, we'll let her flame grill there for about a minute on each side. Well, I guess I can open the vents up wide. So it's cooking fast now, and I don't want to burn the heck out of these things, so I'm just gonna let her go for about another minute here on my Gen X timing device. And yeah, got my cooking hat on because we're in the cooking phase. And so far, so good. This thing's pretty easy to control just with the vents on the top and bottom. I'm still learning it. And well, there's some cheese that blew up. Good cheese. Oh, we're in Wisconsin. We got good cheese. All right, so I'm gonna flip these brats over to the other side because I don't want to turn them into charcoal. There's one. Yeah, that one's too hot. I'm not even going to put them in for a minute. I'm just going to close it for 30 seconds, crisp the other side, and then we're going to bring them in because we got some flames going on. All right, well, let's pull them off of the coals. Come over here. That one's a little well done. Okay. We'll go in and get a plate. We'll see you up at the cutting board. Hey, well, we're upstairs in the barbecue lab, and I got my brats here. And well, a couple of them I burnt a bit because I wasn't watching what I was doing, but this one's pretty good. And you got to let them rest for a minute. So let's take a look, see how it did over the charcoal. Well, it looks like she's cooked. And this is a black and blue brat, which means it's got just pepper and blue cheese. So it's got a little bit of a smoke ring on it from the charcoal. Holy, it looks pretty hot. It'll probably burn my face off. Here we go. Little taste test. Ooh, it's hot. I can feel it burning my hand. Casing turned out with some really good snap. Like, it's crispy like I like it. Now I know the family doesn't like it a little charred like that, but I do. We'll give a piece to the videographer and see what she has to say. It's not bad. It's pretty good. So that's the first cook on the PK360. It was easy to control the temps. Like I said, I smoked her for at least an hour and a bit, and it turned out well. So I got a little bit of a smoke ring. I wasn't really trying to go for that. I was just trying to get some smoke on the casing. I think it turned out well. It's tasty. So anyways, look, thanks for watching the video. If you've come this far, I much appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, think about subscribing. I got tons of content. I got the new PK grill now. So I've got a Lone Star grill, which I'm going to do some picanha on pretty soon. I got the Blaz'n Grand Slam grill. I've got the Oklahoma Joe's Bronco 2.0, and now I have this PK360. So I've got the full gamut, right from the cheapest smoker you can get that works pretty good up to one of the high ends. So anyways, consider subscribing, and if for all you returning subscribers, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with the channel. I really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. Don't forget to hit that like button, the thumbs up button. Helps the YouTube algorithm figure things out. And don't forget to hit that notify me bell, okay? Because when the new content comes out, you get notified right away. All right, and then lastly, I've got an Instagram page. So check me out on Instagram. I'm going to put my QR code up here. I've got about 340 followers now. Thank you for following me. Much appreciated again. So there's the QR code. And finally, if you liked anything in the video that I used, like the new PK360, or I think there's a link for the Aaron Franklin edition too. It's a little lower cost. Check out the links below. They're affiliate links. And the channel gets a little bit of a commission from it, but it doesn't cost you anything extra, okay? And if you like cutting boards or knives or any of the other stuff that I just use, charcoal, all that kind of stuff, check out my Lost Canuck Barbecue Amazon affiliate store. I also, like I said, I've got the PK affiliate link down there if you like the PK grill. I really like it. It's pretty nice, all aluminum. It'll never rust on you. And that's, we're at the end of the video. Will I make brats on charcoal or burgers again? Absolutely. We're going to try and do some low and slow smoking on it too. And I've got some mods in mind that I think I might be doing on it. So stay tuned for that. All right. And don't forget to check out some of my other content here on the Lost Canuck Barbecue channel. And it's always interesting and changing all the time. And then finally, hey, Lost Canuck's final words are always, don't forget, be kind to each other. It really matters. All right. Love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.